Hello, my name is Sarah Lobagaiga de Rodriguez, communication scientist and opera singer, and today I'm very excited to announce, as you can see by this video's thumbnail, that my online communication course is pretty much here. Before we get started into all the details about this exciting online course, I'd like to thank the sponsor, the Csuite, a total fix for your career communication. And before we get started, make sure you sign up for this week's free bonus masterclass called How to Feel Confident and Sound Confident at Work Without Guessing What It Takes. I popped the link to that free masterclass below in the comments section, and we've got 4 different time slots to suit all time zones, so don't miss out on that. If you're new here, you may not know, but if you've been around for a while, you'll definitely know that I'm the kind of person who's absolutely passionate about sharing knowledge and teaching, and my core area of passion actually is helping other people to communicate without apology, to communicate comfortably, to feel confident in the value of their message, no matter the language they're speaking or no matter the person they're dealing with. So for years, I've been obsessed, like completely obsessed, like the geekiest, nerdiest nerd you can find out there, in uncovering the best scientific research that exists for adults in corporate life to get ahead professionally by using various tweaks and assets of their communication behavior. And that's basically what I'm good at. That's what I spend my hours on. Apart from being an opera singer, that really is all I have to offer for the world, and the thing that I'm most passionate about. There's nothing better than seeing a client's face light up and say, Sarah, I had that conversation and it actually went well. So it was time. It had been on my list for a very long time. It was definitely time to hit the ground, put in a lot of work and build this online course. So I've made this video for you if you've noticed that there is a communication course coming, or if you've been wondering about what there is that you could do to improve your workplace communication skills, to get ahead professionally, or even just to feel more confident when you're speaking with your boss or sharing your ideas in team meetings. And that's the reason why I really wanted to make this video, so that you know all the answers to the questions about how this online communication course works. Maybe you've worked with me in the past, you've been following my YouTube channels, and you were just wondering, where does this piece of the puzzle fit in? Well, it's not a replacement for all the other things I do, but it's definitely a program that's been built for you so that no matter where you are, we've got subscribers all over the world, no matter where you are. I wanted to provide a program so that you could sign up and hit the ground running and get started no matter where you are if you're not able to work with me one-on-one. Now you might be wondering, but Sarah, there are so many online courses out there. Why are you making one now? Well, the fact of the matter is this. I was looking around a few years back and I saw lots of online communication courses, obviously not as many as now, and I was actually really perplexed because most of the online courses that are out there, they really are not rooted and based in research and science. And I thought, that's really not fair. Some of them are very expensive, like most online courses are, but a lot of them are just, they're not connecting techniques with the research that's out there. So I was so passionate to create a course with the latest, best level evidence from speech science, from linguistics, from psychology, from behavioral science about what types of behaviors are working in today's workplace, so that you have access to that, because there's so much great research out there. And wouldn't it be a shame if there are techniques that you could actually be using that could make your working life easier for you, or maybe even get you that promotion or first start in your field that you've been waiting for? So who would enjoy this course? Well, if you've worked with me in the past, or you've been watching my videos and for whatever reason, you enjoy listening to how I communicate and you enjoy joining in and you enjoy the topics that I cover, you will love this course. If you find me kind of annoying, which is okay. Look, I can't make everyone like me. I am who I am, and I show up as Sarah Lovigaga de Rodriguez with all the syllables and all the expressions that I have. If you find me annoying, you should definitely not do this course, because let me tell you, there are a lot of videos of me walking you hand by hand through all the techniques and drills and exercises. So if you find me kind of annoying, I wouldn't do this course, basically. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. If you're like, is this course for me? So who is this course for? Very important question. This course has been developed to suit you, no matter your personality, your occupation, the language you speak, where you live and what you do, with a very specific focus on giving you the core science-backed skills that research shows will increase your impact, your influence, your persuasiveness, your ability to build rapport with other people, your ability to set boundaries at work, and expand your leadership potential. So at the very core of the course, obviously, is communication skills for everyone, but with a very unique focus on how to develop your charisma, your leadership potential, your leadership skills, and the way you make people around you feel by how you send your message out, how you behave, and how you communicate. And it's designed for you no matter your personality style. So if you're extroverted, this course is for you. If you're introverted, this course is for you. It's also a very accessible course in that we provide the content through a variety of mediums. So you've got video tutorials, which you can choose to watch in video format. There are captions for every single video. There's a transcript of every video lesson. And there's also audio of every lesson. So according to how you like to consume information, you can digest those video lessons in the most accessible way for you. I really wanted to make this course accessible for everyone. There's also loads of resources that also train you and give you the techniques through a variety of methods. We've got things like playbooks and spreadsheets and tables and short question answers and check boxes and multi-choices and recordings that you take that you rate, and just a big variety. I wanted it to be a complete buffet of actionable learning techniques that amplify your personal communication. Now, I know that some of my past high-performance communication clients might be watching this video, and perhaps you're wondering, if I worked with Sarah one-on-one in a program in the past, would I get anything out of this course? And frankly, the answer is yes. My high-performance communication program was designed for face-to-face consulting and some online consulting one-on-one. The Csuite, which I'm offering now, is the total fix. So high-performance communication dealt with micro strategies. The Csuite is the total fix for your career and interpersonal communication. I have literally completely released absolutely everything I know about communication science for the workplace and interpersonal relationships, as well as everything I could uncover over nearly a year of research from research and scientific journal articles about the workspace and the types of communication that amplifies your comfort and your confidence. And I've built that out in this niche portfolio of modern elocution training. So it's very different from what you've done if you've worked with me in the past. It adds so much more. Although, of course, you'll find some of your favorite concepts in a more expanded degree. So, for example, we've got the assertive matrix, which you may be familiar with. It's the structure that allows you to set boundaries and be assertive while building rapport at the same time. I use it every day. I'm sure you might too. However, it's the assertive matrix 2.0, and it has so much more behind it. It has the advocate's axis, which helps you determine, should I ethically even be assertive with this person? It's got the rapport bid playbook, which helps you map out the exact way you'll build rapport before being assertive. And there's a lot more than what you saw if you worked with me in the past. So you'll definitely benefit. So I had someone ask me, is the Csuite suitable if English is not your first language? So guys, what a question. You know me for years. over a decade, I have been working in the space that allows me to live in the happiest bubble ever, which is the multilingual, multinational, global space. So all of my clients, the number of languages I've encountered in my work, in my clinic, voice science and elsewhere, there's absolutely no way I would build a course that's only for English native speakers, given that the bulk of my working life has definitely not been isolated to working with monolingual English native speakers. So I've got you covered. I've always got you covered. It's definitely built for you if English is not your first language. And even if you still feel like there's goals that you have about your pronunciation that you'd like to work on, maybe you worked with me in the past on your pronunciation and you're like, how does this tie in? Well, yeah, these goals would be great goals for anyone who's worked with me and my team on boosting their English pronunciation confidence. This takes it to the next step, which is I'm going to pronounce as I wish and do my best with that, but how do I have those difficult conversations at work? How do I position myself to get the outcomes and to fuel the interest that I'm hoping for professionally so that people take me as I am and give me the value that I deserve? So it's definitely for you. You might be interested to know, how did I curate this portfolio of trainings? Well, basically over the years, I've noticed the same pain points with many of my clients, and I found a cluster of behaviors that needed strategies. So I started building out resources for my clients, and then nearly a year ago, I sat down at the drawing board and decided now is the time to really consolidate the research that I know that I used in past training programs and update it and see if there's anything that's missing and find all the goodness out there for confident communication at work. So I devoted about 4 months of every day, pretty much 7 days a week, reading journal articles, taking notes extensively, and from that created a structure and a framework and a systematic approach that allows you to sequentially and simply build out the core traits your speaking needs to perform with your speaking activities at an elite level. So I've curated these amazing video lessons and modules which are very much technique focused. So while you might get exposed to some new concepts and ideas, I really wanted to give you action-based learning opportunities so that you're learning the techniques that you need, so that you're integrating them, ready to use, as fast as possible in your everyday speaking. So it's incredibly practical. It's a bridge between the science that's out there about how to speak at work and what you want to do at work. It gives you those steps to get it happening. The Csuite is built across 5 core modules that work sequentially. So you first start with speaking comfort, which trains you in speaking comfort techniques to control your speaking rate, to remove awkward pauses and fillers and hesitations, and to get increased mechanical flow with your speech patterns. We then move into a unit or module called logical flow, which is designed to amplify the structure of your message so that your messages are concise, clear, and give you bang for buck. You learn all sorts of things in that module, like how to create metaphors, tell captivating stories, how to structure the content of the message to get more impact. We then move into module 3, which is called social intelligence, where you learn playbooks and templates to build rapport, to engage in tactical empathy, to boost your boundary setting and assertiveness skills, and also it incorporates lots of simple plug and play tools for you to activate for the most complex and distressing of conversations. So that module is very helpful for building up your interpersonal connection and soft skills, and it's actually essential for you if you're an emerging leader or a current leader and you're wanting tools to amplify the impact you have with your team and the likability that you have with your team so that you inspire them and motivate them and they enjoy working under your leadership. We then move into module 4, one of my favorite modules, which gives you tailored, targeted voice tone trainings. This module is called Voice Tone Optimization, where you'll learn the properties of vocal function that engage your listener, that give your message more credibility and impact. And in fact, The voice is your second face, so it's essential that you know how to use it if you want to amplify your professional speaking and boost your career growth. And then we wrap it up with a very extensive module called Tactical Charisma, where you learn the learnable traits and tactics that boost charismatic potential in your message, that elevate your executive presence no matter your personality type. This module is the sum total of all the research I uncovered from very recent, solid, hardcore research about the fact that humans can learn charisma, and you will love it. If you're wanting to work on your public speaking skills, or if you're feeling stuck in your professional pathway and feeling like no one notices that you could be a good leader and no one's giving you that chance, Module 5 will give you all those tools that you need to build up your presence as a career professional and get growth going across your entire career lifespan. So that's the structure of the program. You've got sections dedicated to all your extensive resources. There's over 20 playbooks that give you templates for those complex communication tasks that you need. You've got power sheets that help you get in really deep with analyzing your communication so that you can do it on your own very simply without needing to consult with someone. It really is the total fix that you need. It's so thorough, and it's all spread across 5 modules through 30 lessons, and there's a few sweet bonuses in there as well, which I won't tell you about now, but you don't want to miss out on those. The unique thing about the C-Suite, I'd have to say, is, guys, not only is it very scientific, it has a lot of scientific backbone, but it's very clean and it's very simple and it's very easy to consume. The team and I were very focused on creating the bougiest, most elegant communication course online, but also the most accessible course that could be digested over an entire year if you want to, or done in 6 weeks if you want to. But the way we've developed and designed it, the creative director and I, we had a lot of calls and we worked so closely on the branding to make the course very easy on the eye and very easy to navigate. So that's a unique factor about the course. And also I think just that fact that it brings together the science-based application of everyday speaking activities that you can do and that you can implement pretty quickly to get some solid changes in your career path. Over the years, I've had so many requests from clients all over the world to give strategies and build their ability to present as a captivating, engaging and charismatic public speaker. And I've worked a lot in this area one-on-one. I absolutely love it. I've trained speakers for the United Nations Geneva, for TED Talks, for train platforms across an entire train network, for TV, loads of different things. And I have to say that this program definitely will give you more than what your regular public speaking course will give you. So it has a lot of content that will amplify your public speaking comfort. It gives you strategies for coping with performance anxiety that I use personally as an opera singer that come from my knowledge as, nearly a PhD in opera performance. I've shared techniques from research that will benefit you to cope when you need to present if you're feeling really uncomfortable. So this program gives you could say, a comprehensive training in the skills you need for public speaking improvement and development. But not only that, there's so much more involved in the program that you'll also benefit from in all areas of your interactions in daily life. So I didn't want to sell it or, call it a public speaking course, but I would really hope that if one of your core goals is to improve your public speaking skills, you give this course consideration. It's pretty much a public speaking program and some. There's just so much more in it that I think, I didn't want to just sell it as a public speaking program because you'd just be like, there's so much more. This is like the buffet menu compared to the small degustation where they give you like a cucumber with a little olive and some anchovy paste and olive oil, and you're like, I'm still hungry. you will be full by the end, and you'll love it, I'm sure, if you're wanting to work on your public speaking. I think you'll particularly like the fact that I don't hold back on what I know as a performer, and I'm very frank, I'm very honest, and I'm going to give you some tough love if you have performance anxiety that will actually get you on stage, get you speaking, and get you the attention that your ideas deserve. So if you've worked with me in the past, you might have been sort of looking through all the things about the Csuite waitlist and trying to work out, does this course have coaching calls? Is there group coaching or is there one-on-one coaching? No, it doesn't. Guys, this is an online course. Why? Well, because I can't photocopy myself. I reached the point where running 2 businesses and maintaining my singing career and doing all the things, remembering to feed the dog or even bothering to walk the dog, which honestly doesn't happen very often. And I just knew that there was a way I could deliver value in an expanded form of my ideas and the strategies that I have that would completely surpass what one-on-one consulting did in the past. And I saw that this really is the best way, because I was meeting so many clients in the one-on-one consulting that I did for over nearly a decade. And I just felt all the time that we were doing a lot, we were achieving a lot, we were kicking goals together as a team, working through these really critical, difficult communication needs in the workplace. However, clients would arrive for their sessions and there was so much more at the end of the session that I wanted to give them and, to give you if you're one of my clients. And I'm sure you got value out of it. I mean, there's so many beautiful reviews that some of you have taken the time to write. But for, quite a long time, I was just thinking there's a better way. There's a more comprehensive way. There's a more thorough way than just doing the 5 or the 10 sessions. And there's a way that I can do it and completely control the delivery of the information so that it's so precise and it's so niche and you just get pearls of wisdom and acorns of knowledge in your hand, ready to use without having to book a time. The other reason why there's no group coaching is because of confidentiality. I'm very much against group coaching calls where individuals divulge their personal struggles with communication in the workplace, because someone else can be in the call and they can be like, oh, I know this person's name. I'm going to Google where they work. They can connect the dots. And really, the conversations about communication difficulties at work, they should be kept strictly private. Obviously, in my one-on-one work, they were, but in a group setting, it's just not the place to be working through communication, which is a very unique, personalized thing that is so tightly connected to our self-esteem. The group framework is not appropriate. So it's an online course, but it's an amazing one and you don't want to miss it. So I've not been on the earth forever, but at this point in time, I can say that I get it. If you're sitting here watching this vlog, hopefully you're still here because this has been a long one. But if you're sitting here and you're watching and you're like, but Sarah, it looks easy for you. You have a YouTube channel and you're a performer and you're a speech pathologist and you run a business and you have team members and you're, leading them and you just survived a pandemic with your work or whatever it might be. Let me tell you one thing. I'm sitting in a room maybe on the other side of the world from you. And I also wake up in the morning with a hungry stomach. And I also go to bed at night, sometimes worrying about the conversations that I need to have, with clients or with difficult people around me or in my business, whatever it might be. I'm human. I'm just a girl who grew up in the most isolated city in the world, picking up snails for my dad, who was a flower grower. He had a small business and, just wanting to express what I enjoy in life. And for me, I enjoy sharing strategies to communicate, to make you feel comfortable, because these strategies are strategies that I had to use myself to do all those things that I've done. And I'm no hero. But I have to say that being an opera singer and running a clinic and keeping a team engaged and trying to be a good leader as a young woman before my 40s, I started with my team. I started leading a team in my early 30s and running a business and working with very large companies with contracts for lots of different things that were actually really terrifying. And I had to show up and look like I knew what I was doing and I was shaking in my boots. And so what I did is I just put my speech pathology and my nerdy brain to work and read the research and built structures for myself. And I keep building them and I give them, to people around me when I can. And so this is a culmination of that. So if you're feeling like it's also highbrow, this is a very simple approach to learning a science-based system. It's science-based, but it's simple. Learning the system you need, learning a confident speaking system. That's what this will give you. And I'm very excited to get it out in the world. I think it will change a lot of lives, just as it's changed my own. I wouldn't be sitting behind this lens doing the things I'm doing without a system for confident speaking. I would have been held back so much. Access to this program is 365 days. So if you're a busy person and your career is intense, I hear you. Life is busy. That's why I'm giving you 1 year's access. So you'll definitely have the time to go through the resources and the lessons and implement them, but also to have that longitudinal insight. So you might do some lessons, in a few weeks' time if you enroll, and then later down the track, you might check in again and reevaluate and reappraise. So you're learning techniques that will stick with you for life. And I really wanted to give you a nice amount of time to get those techniques under your belt so that you've got lifelong changes professionally. So throughout this entire video, my heart, if you could hear my heart, it's like ga-dung, ga-dung, ga-dung. I'm really actually quite nervous because I would hate for you to feel like I'm heavy pressure selling you or doing something like, guys, get the C-Suite, you'll get some free steak knives. Although maybe I should think about that. Maybe they come in handy. But I don't want you to feel any pressure to purchase this program. If you think this course is not for you, don't worry, don't buy it. I won't be offended. I'll still be around providing content and writing blogs and doing all the things that I do. Nothing is changing, and I will definitely not treat you differently if you've worked with me in the past and you don't buy. There is no pressure to purchase. If you want to buy it and you feel like it gives you the techniques that you're looking for, of course, feel free to buy it, but please don't do it under pressure. Take some time to think it through. There is info coming on bonuses soon, so obviously if you are to buy it, be mindful of time limits and deadlines with me giving you a really sweet discount and other freebies. But don't feel pressure. Don't let anyone pressure you to buy anything. That's rule number 1 in communication. If you want to join the C-Suite, a total fix for your communication, the program that will give you the eloquence, confidence, and impact that you desire professionally, you can join via the link in the comments below. Just head to sarahgeiger.com/waitlist. This is the only way to get access to the program, so you've got to get on that waitlist. The waitlist is open at all times. That sounds ridiculous, but it is. And we release access in intermittent and unexpected moments. So get yourself on the wait list. Our first launch is coming this week. So if you're watching this video on, what's the date? Let me check my chronograph, May the 14th. You have but 6 days till we open doors. So get on the wait list and you'll get all the details that you need. And finally, maybe I didn't answer the questions that you have about the C-Suite. So if that's the case, no sweat. All you need to do is just send me an email. You can reach me at hello@sarahgeiger.com. You can also find me on Telegram or just DM me on Instagram if Instagram is more your cup of tea. So feel free to ask any questions that you have. On the waitlist page, there's some FAQs that you can read through as well. But I'm always happy to hear from you as well. So do feel free to send me an email. So that's a wrap. We got there. If you got to the end, I think in the comments you should write C-Suite and a smiley face, because that would make me feel so special to know that you watched all the way through to the end of this vlog. It's been nice spending time with you. It's my Saturday morning. I'm ready for my second coffee. I can't believe I vlogged without 2 coffees. That's rare. But I just want to take a moment now to thank you so much for being a part of this community. I enjoy having you here, and I really hope that you enjoyed going through this vlog and learning more about my magnum opus, which is about to hit the ground very soon. Have a great day, and ciao for now. Bye.